Hello, all my stargazers. Yes, that's what I've decided to finally nickname you guys. It took me a while to come up with a proper name. There was a lot of options that I was gonna say, but all of them didn't sound good. Also, if I sound off, it's because I'm really tired today and I need to get stuff done. So, yeah, there's a lot of stuff I need to do, get done, and maybe in the situation I am, I would take a nap right now, but I can't, so yay, gotta love people you live with no other choice because they're kind of you're forced to live with them right now. Anyways, um, I wanted to do a shorter version of the PSA that I put out that was like 30 minutes. Yay, because I didn't feel like editing. Um, so there's three things I want to talk about. Well, one is mainly the same, but it needs to be put into three parts of the categories. First things first, these main are the main two. It's just I'm talking about three separate things. First, NPM. It's having issues in 1.12.2. The mod itself is fixed in later versions for like MGAR or other sites that allow you to put skins on NPCs and yourself. Since they save it, that stuff works in the 1.20.4 updates, but not for the older version. But here's the problem. Um, no one's gonna want to use that unless there's people who like newer versions. But since a lot of the older versions have more mods and less lagginess, a lot of people are going to use older versions. So yeah, um, 1.12 is 1.12.2. That being, um, it's the main one that is used for MPM and a lot of RPs, which I know that. So I'm going to talk about the NPM. There are later versions of it in 1.12.2, but the problem is none of them have this link fix, and the camera's broken. For those who don't know, the Yum camera is that thing that I do when I switch in the third person and I'm able to swirl around my character. That's completely broken in every other version, even itself. That needs to get fixed if the linking issue gets fixed. Because there's no way in heck I'm going to use a version where my camera is not properly functional. And we kind of need that since a lot of people like myself actually enjoy the MPM camera to use for RPs like mine. Because there's not a lot of free cams that actually do what MPM can do. MPM is the best option. It's the only one where it's really good and actually has general good control too. So all I have to do is hit my X button, which is what I have it set to, and hold it while moving my mouse around, which is nice. It's really nice. But that gets broken in any updates for it, that being a later version of the 1.12, because I think we're using a later version of it, or the most recent update, I don't remember. And I'd rather not have that camera issue go into an update if the linking issue gets fixed. So, I think it's Mingo, whoever. If you do see our channel, please fix this. It's a big problem, especially in later like updates like 1.16. That is also one where the camera's just really not good and it's buggy. You don't get that same movement you do of 1.12.2. I don't know if this is intentional, but if it is, I would prefer, and I think a lot of people would prefer to have this fixed due to the factor that one is not smooth, it's very difficult to move and actually use for RPs. Two, another thing, if your new versions, I think at least 1.16 has it, when you go into an animation, the animation tends to bug out sometimes. So that's something you should look into, but please mainly focus on 1.12.2, since if you're going to fix the linking problem between sites and your mod, at least make sure the camera is going to stay the same, because that's something I know a lot of YouTubers like myself will use on a relatively good basis. Ours fits so far a series, so it'd just be easier to fix it while you're there. So please do fix this issue. Alright, now to my second topic. Discord. Discord. Discord has been recently going downhill, and a lot of us content creators, including myself, have been worried for its most recent updates and its most recent problems. One of the most recent problems has been its GUI for phones, and a little bit for computer too, but mainly phone has gotten worse and worse, making it extremely difficult to navigate on phone, and kinda difficult to navigate on laptop too. Though it is much easier to navigate on a laptop than it is on a phone, since you have less hassle on laptop or computer than you do on a phone. 2. Emails with Yahoo don't properly come up. This is something that you should look into, since Yahoo Mail is something that a lot of people can use and people don't like using Google Gmail to just get into their darn account. I have this problem with getting my account verified. It doesn't send me any verification codes. Recently, my stuff decided to log me out of my Discord for no reason. I had to reset my password just to get back to my account, since it wouldn't verify that it was me. It wouldn't send me a verification code. When trying to do it from my phone, it would only log into my alt, which I have in case of emergencies. But since they're both tied to the same number, it didn't let me choose what one I wanted to log into. It just logged me into whatever it wanted, which is not good. Not good at all. So Discord, please fix the phone GUI update and put it back to what it was. Please. It was so much easier to navigate before you started updating it to high heaven. Or if at least have a toggle to where people who like the older version can toggle the older version on, and people who like the new version keep it. At least have a toggle or some sort of button that allows people to change the GUI look from the old version to the new one. This would be very appreciated for phone users, including myself, since it can be very difficult for us to actually use our phones now. Laptop eventually will also have the same issue. 2. Discord. Please, I know you're trying to do the hacker thing, and that whole incident was a problem, but please stop with the linking. Getting rid of image links problems. Many people like myself use skins on NPCs, and having them refresh, I think it's the 24-hour mark still, or it's still the week mark, it's very annoying. And it can be very difficult for people like us to actually use skins on NPCs because you decided to cause links to stop staying permanently. You should have, and before, when it was set on a non-community server, the links would stay for either longer or would not go off at all. I would say you should have a filter system. Instead of just making them expire, please have some sort of filter system that would filter out stuff that isn't skins or something that may be potentially dangerous. You can have it be like an image be confirmed or something. I don't know, I don't care. Just fix the issue and get rid of your current problems. Because at some point, I know that us YouTubers and a lot of people are not going to have somewhere to go once your site and your phone stuff starts updating to the point where it's almost unusable, or it's pretty much unusable at some point, because we can't go anywhere else, because no other site has come to get the plate away from Discord. But yeah, that's stuff we needed to talk about. This was a slightly shorter video, but it must needed informational video that needed to be said and put out there for you guys, because this is important. So if you could spread this to everywhere else, I'll leave a link to the main video in the description, which goes in a little bit more depth of what's been happening with the mod and stuff. But yeah, bye bye.